Hello and welcome back to a Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2. We are trying to put the realm back together. We're pretty much good. This is what the Iron Throne currently looks like. Apart from the Rock being independent, we're pretty much good there. We've beaten off Winter. We're all kind of set. But a lot of the North is a bit fractured. A lot of different places are independent. Like we have Carhold is independent for no apparent reason. Should probably be underneath us. Do we actually have a reason to declare war for that? We could declare for like our Spy Master or de jure claim on Carhold, so we've got some cool stuff we can do there. We've got some claims on the crossing we can press. We've got some people we need to imprison because he's trying to murder other people. All sorts of good stuff. So, we're going to let time just kind of move on for a couple of months, let our levies reinforce, let some more faith uprisings appear against the Iron Throne. Shouldn't really be a problem for the Iron Throne. There's a new Lord Commander on the wall. It's Wendell Caskwell. Talking of Wendell, we do actually have a Wendell up here who we recently gave land to, or Wendell who's been helping us out in all these wars. A really, really good leader, which is good for us. Raiders arrived to loot and pillage. Raiders arrived to loot and pillage. People are changing some tax laws. Really not that important. Yeah, there must be a better map mode. Let's go for that map mode. That's a little bit nicer. It's still a bit fractured, but the realm is fractured, so... your priest Hullen of Winterswood reports that Master Esmond of Coldstream has been humbled by your endless generosity to the poor nubile. The peasants are singing your name. Cool. You know, glad the peasants like us. At least somebody does. Looks like everything's actually back underneath the Night's Watch as well. New gift has been given back to the Night's Watch. Cool. Also, are all of these, like, do you have heirs yet? Yeah, okay, so the heirs are no longer Winter, which is good, which means that if they were to die, they would actually pass on to another human. I think we've got rid of the White Walkers for now. Talking of that, are there any more White Walkers? Because usually some spawn over here, like in the previous patch, but doesn't appear like any have. Interesting. I wonder if that only happens if you're playing someone like Daenerys. Maybe they appear because you're closer. Like maybe it's based on where the player is. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. How many men do the Carhold have, the Thens have? They have about 1,000 men. We would not need to declare on anyone apart from them for the land. So yeah. Cool, we could offer them vassalization actually. No we can't, because we're all underneath the same liege. Okay. Cool. Cool. How many men do we have right now? We have 10,000. Yeah, that seems reasonable. I think we're ready to declare the war. Our vassals aren't too happy we've raised their men, but they're only minorly unhappy. It's kind of worn off. Let's go for Carhold. Raise up all of the men that we can. Let's merge them all up in, say, Ethering. Maybe a little bit further in. Maybe, actually, we'll just go for Winterfell. I kind of want this army to not have to walk past the Carholds to get there. Under my guidance, my young daughter Daisy is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship. Cool. She's a poor fighter, but she's probably a much better fighter than our son, who's an imbecile. Lord Paramount Jon, I write this letter to you to express my disapproval of your wars of aggression. I urge you to make peace and end the fighting, or else earn the realm's ire. Signed, King Ander of House Baratheon. The Lord Paramount has no legal right to demand this. Yeah, this is de jure part of our land. He has no reason to demand this. Lord Paramount Jon, whilst I assure you have my support against the aggression of Jon. Wait. I don't think we're meant to get that message. I think that was maybe meant to be sent to Carhold. We intercepted the Raven about him sending its message. Maybe. Something like that. I don't know. We'll keep it going. We'll maybe have some people who raise up on islands or something like that. I'm trying to figure out where our remaining armies might be. From the army that last time that we still had, who we needed to disband. I don't know. We'll make sure that we can spot where all of our vassals are once we've merged up this army. I just want to make sure we actually have all the armies being able to be raised on the mainland, basically. We have one army that's not moving. Aha! This is where the random army was. We control this land down here. Okay, the Kellingtons. They, by no means, should be under our control. There is zero reason why they should be under us. Okay. My liege, I've tried to make Master Theramore of Snow realize what a benevolent and peaceful ruler you really are, but sinister forces at his court have been hard at work to discredit my every move and distort my every word. I'm afraid that the end of the visit seems to have done more harm than good. Your humble Master of Laws, Edwin of Tumbledown Tower. Okay, well, whatever. I guess what we're going to do, actually, is send you to, instead of doing that, you're just going to improve relations with our liege. There we go. We've kind of got the north back together, so we don't really need to worry about that too much. Right. My courtier, Master Cadwin, has carefully approached me about his faith of the seven beliefs, trying to convert me to his way of worship. We'll engage him in some theological debate. Let's see how that goes. My dear liege, your penetrating gaze can part even the thickest theological fog. I'm now utterly convinced by your learned arguments. Rest assured I will never stray again. Your grateful courtier, Cadwin. Good. Good. King Ander of the Iron Throne has inherited a high lordship. My lord, Ned Thorne has been defeated. His reign of misrule has come to an end, and stability has been brought to King's Landing. King Ander Baratheon, his heir, shall henceforth rule the... Ned Thorne was never in control of the Iron Throne. What? What are you talking about? This is madness. No, none of that happened. None of that's true. Lord Paramount Jon, the finances of the realm are in a poor state. The Iron Throne is in urgent need of gold, so I hereby request you provide a loan for House Baratheon. Regards, King Ander of House Baratheon. So we can accept, we can decline, we can give them money for a favour. I think we would accept. It would be honourable to give the money. I think that's reasonable. Let's see who we're going to have in charge. We'll have Bannon in charge of one side. Oh, does he not want to rule anything anymore? Now that he's in charge of land, Wendell just doesn't want to be our commander. That's fine. Oh, he's just not on our list, actually. Yeah, Wendell. Oh, it's because he changed name. He's now Wendell Kedge, of course. Before he was just Wendell Lowborn. Cool. We'll head up and kill this army. And then we'll move into Carhold. Alla Tyrell is now known as the Unfaithful. Ah, she has a lover. And she didn't marry Bran. That's pretty unfaithful if you ask me. Although he is happily married now and in control of the Dreadfort. Right. Killed Carhold's army. And I guess we'll just go to Carhold. Oh, we actually got the cap. We got to the cap of war score from battles. Cool. And now we'll just go into Carhold. Septim Allard accepted the Iron Throne's peace offer. Cool. People are being released from other people's dungeons. Carhold, I think we can assault this. We have enough men. Cool. We just need to wait till the number of days till assault is over. We're done. My lord, we rounded up everyone we could. What should we do with the rest of them? Clap the leader in irons and leave the rest here for now. Right. We will now enforce our demands. We have taken the well, we've usurped the High Lordship. Now we can give this to somebody else. So let's disband our men. We no longer need them. Right. So what have we got? What did we actually get? So we got Lordship of Carhold, and we then got the High Lordship of Carhold. And that's the three provinces. So we had this Lord Quent and Lord Master Pate. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what we want to actually do with this land. We could give it all to Lord Quent, or we can give it to someone new. Let's give it to someone new. So anybody who's been kind of around who we like a lot. You know, like Rickon, but he's not in our court. So he doesn't seem like a good choice. We give it to our son, but he's a little bit young. Yeah, is there anybody else? Like, is there somebody on our council who isn't landed? We have Edwin on our council who isn't landed. We give him the land, and then he can, well, we then just put him back in our council. So we give him the High Lordship of Carhold and all lands underneath it. Then we now have Lord Edwin of Carhold. He shall now be our Justicar again, and we'll get him to improve relations with the Iron Throne. cool. Everything seems good there. Right. Do you want to declare another war? Like, can we declare multiple wars on the crossing? Like, oh, that's one too many. I went up. Like, multiple wars on the phrase? Or can we only declare one at a time? We only declare one de jure war at a time? So we can either declare wars for Torrens Square. We can declare Bloody Vengeance, which doesn't really do very much. That just imprisons him. Oh, and the Castle of Torrens Square, because we become their new liege. Okay. Yeah, that would do the same thing. Oh, sorry, hit my mic there. And King's House would be cool to take as well. I think Bloody Vengeance, if that also allows us to have the castle as taken, that seems like the right option. Yeah. Declare Bloody Vengeance. So who's the crossing allied with? I haven't even noticed. They're allied with Cersei. Frey. Oh, so he's married. There's really nobody. He's got no alliances. Cool. Oh, also, how many men does he have? 4,000. That's not too bad. We have a little bit more. We have 8,000. Cool. Raise up all the men, and let's. I really wish it wouldn't do that. Right, and then we'll get them all merged up in Winterfell. Right. Yeah, it selected one of our council members, which I didn't really want it to do, but that's fine. Oakenshield has declared the war against the tyranny of Lady Paramount Alla the Unfaithful. Cool. Cool. She has a lot of negative health traits. She might die soon. Since I'm such a diligent person, I make sure that everything is as good as it can be. When it comes to fighting men, I can focus on one of two things: my soldiers or my morale of armies. Morale of armies. Definitely want morale. As much morale as possible. And never have too much morale. Oh, also, expand those troops down there, because we don't need them. Right. What have we got? You want me to be your commander? I suppose we'll accept. It kind of makes sense for us to accept now, given that we're only in our own wars against the Freys. It's not like we're in any other war. Like, we're not in a war for the Dawn anymore. We're just kind of in our own personal wars against the Freys. We're now in commands. There's some tax changes happening, which are returning favors. Cool. I guess that means we need a new commander as well. Maester Théodon is no longer our maester, and Bellana is no longer a priest, and Angu is no longer a treasurer. None of that's true. Oh, this is actually talking about Wendell, because Wendell died. Okay. Oh, that's not good. He was incapable and then just died, and now we got the High Lordship back again. Well, are our vassals mad we have the High Lordship? Not really. Cool. We'll just keep it as it is then. Lord Wendell Kedge died without leaving any blood relative as clear heir to the High Lordship of the Northlands, and therefore falls due to settle inheritance of the Northlands. Cool. We'll sort it out eventually. We'll give away to the next person who impresses us. So we need 2 new commanders. So we need. I actually inherited some commanders. Don't really want to use those ones, but that's fine. Roderick is too busy doing something else. He's our Castilian. We're Morgan of Widow's Watch. Oh, we didn't imprison that guy either. We should probably imprison that guy. We failed to capture him. Cool. Kind of knew that was going to happen. But yeah, I thought we should have our army raised before we do that. We're imprisoning him because he was trying to kill the Great John. In case you forgot. Don't need to request our liege intervention because we already know about that. He's also on the way. My lord, I humbly ask that you intervene on my behalf against the aggression of Lord Master Pate Colwyn, who's invading my lands in obvious contravention of the peace of the realm. I would be eternally grateful for your support in the matter. What's this? For Ellis's claim on Carhold. Yeah. I will order him to stand down. Due to the level of realm authority in Carhold, this command will not be legally binding. That means that it says the Lord Paramount Jon Stark can ignore your request, but that's not what I think is going to happen here. Right. Let's put in our commanders. Oh, we can still lead. Cool. We'll lead our own flank. That's fine. I was assuming that we're off leading armies for the Iron Throne, but it's fine if we're not. We'll have Morgan and we'll have Mokar. That seems fine. Yeah, we'll just have those three. Then we'll head down to the neck. Yeah, on the way to the Freylands. We'll just take it here. My lord, I'm afraid I cannot end this war. My cause is just, and as such, you have no right to command me to stand down. Okay. Your Priest Hullen of Winterswood reports that Priest Hullen of Winterswood has been humbled by endless generosity to the poor in Winterfell. The peasants are saying your name. Cool. What is this war for? There is no war goal. So that means I was wondering whether, like, say this land here was the war goal, because we'll get it at the end of the war, but it's not. You'd like us to be your command. Okay, so we can choose to be our own commander, but it takes us away from the Iron Throne's commander list. Cool. We'll place Wyman, and we'll put in Morgan, I think, was who we were going to put in, right? Oh, no, we'll put in Garrus. So Garrus can lead the center. Cool. We'll keep heading down. We had in command happen to us. Where are we? We're now in Greywater Watch, which is... Oh, we're kind of here. Okay, so we're already where we were going, but we're just in a different war. Cool. Let's head down here. Lord Rickard is no longer our treasurer. He died. We'll put in a new treasurer who will be you. You're not you're not our commander, are you? Morcar of Arundel. And that would be Morcar of Arundel. So yes, you are our commander. So I probably don't want to put you in charge. Yeah, I guess you have to be on the council. And then you need to stop leading troops. And you can go and collect taxes. Right, so that now means that we need a new person to be one of our commanders. Let's go and find somebody. Let's replace Philip. How about you, Eggert? You seem reasonable. You've got narrow flank as a thing. I like that. Eggert in charge. We'll head down to the neck. Almost there. My courtier, Donald Bolton, has expressed a desire to get married and has asked for my permission to find a suitable spouse. You can marry as you please. I don't really mind. You're not landed. There's no reason why I should care. Lady Paramount Shireen of Astapor. Wait, Lady Paramount Shireen of Astapor? Lady Paramount definitely implies that she's underneath the Iron Throne. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. She's just revoking titles left, right, and centre. Wait, is she underneath the Iron Throne? No. Okay, so why is she Lady Paramount? Maybe it's just because she's not a, like, she's not a royal level or something? I don't know. Oh wow, why are we losing so many men? What happened to us? We had 8,000 versus 1,000 in this fight. What happened? To the great Lord Paramount John, peace be with you. I would like to give you a seat in my council and thereby offer you the title of Chief General. Yeah, we'll accept. I guess we're going to have to be more careful when we attack down here. Rest about council. Oh, we're on a council, so we get all these council supports. To the humble Lord Paramount John, support me by voting with me in the council. If you were to do this, I'll henceforth owe your favour. What do you want to vote for, basically? Like, what vote is currently going on? What would it be? I need to go to laws, maybe, and then realm. No council. Just see if there's a way of seeing what he wants to vote for. I don't know. I guess I'll just decline, unless I want to vote with them. Yeah, I'll decline as well. Cool. Well, that was kind of disappointing losing those fights. We'll head back down and we'll win the next lot. Request council support. No. We're not going to play the council game. Right, so let's head down here. Do we need a new lead? Oh, one of our leaders died. Ah, that's why we lost so badly, is because our commander died, I think? I could be wrong. What are you? You're just a vassal? Yeah, Morgan. We'll put you in charge. There we go. Morgan. And then we'll head down. Ariana Martel died from severe maiming. Yeah, that would do it. And now Tristan is in charge of Dorne. He is married to Doria Sand. My young acquaintance has finished his education in the ways of the court and statesmanship. It turned out less well than expected. Seldor Wall gained the trait Naive Appeaser. So, we have 6,000 men. This seems reasonable for this fight. Faith the 7 uprising. There's now a third uprising. And to attack into the phrase, we have 6,000 against 2,000. This should be fine. I've discovered a plot where Jon II of Lord Har seeks to replace Lady Paramount Val and become regent. I guess we'll just tell him to stop that. Yeah, there we go. Yep, we'll just keep going. Yep, he stopped his plotting. We've beaten the phrase up in this land. This isn't our war. Cool. We actually want to head to Grey Water Watch, and then we can siege that down and win one of our wars. Then we'll head into the Twins. Lord Paramount Jon, I write this letter to you to express my disapproval of your wars of aggression. I urge you to make peace and end the fighting, or else realm the realm's ire. No. Not going to do that. You have no legal right to stop us. There's been no shortage of troops. We'll get a levy reinforcement. Yes, we got the very weird message about Lord Jon. I assure you Lord Jon is doing something. My lord, your daughter, Lady Daisy, is responding well to my tuition. She is improving her skills and advancing in knowledge every day. Good. Fantastic. That's what I like to hear. We can righteously imprison Morgan of Breakstone Hill. We're probably just going to tell him to end his plot. We could assault this down. We have more than enough men to assault it down, actually. Well, we have just enough men. My lord, I am pleased to report I've captured some high-value prisoners after a successful siege of Greywater's Watch. I hereby turn them over to you for your judgment. Oh, yes. We will enforce our demands. We should then probably release everybody bar the person we are actually going to war for. Just release them. Release. 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 There we go. And you, we will hold a trial. There we go. Oh, we can just banish them straight up. We don't need to hold a trial. Yeah, I suppose we'd send him to the Night's Watch. That seems like the kind of thing we'd do. He's now in the Night's Watch, and now Benjen is in control, though I can't click on anything, which was a little bit worrying there. But Benjen is now in control. Cool. Right, to the Twins, and we'll finish up this war. My liege, blessed upon you and your house, your command is just. My scheming was obviously misdirected. I hope you find it in you to forgive me. Yeah, we'll find it in you, and us to forgive you. There's no big secret that Lord Alan is after my job as Master of Arms, but he did surprise me when he outright asked me for help. I should really teach Lord Alan the secrets of my trade, only to make it easier for him to steal my position as Master of Arms in King Andrew's court. Alright, so we have the option of either helping, either becoming friends with Lord Alan. We can either help him but we'll keep an eye on him, or there's no way we'll help him, I might lose my job. Do we like him? He's deceitful. He's arbitrary. He's a little bit humble, gluttonous, authoritative. I think we'll help him, but we'll keep our eye on him. There we go. Righteously imprison the Rills, because they're trying to free people from captivity. Don't really care. That seems like a reasonable plot. Right, and then we'll start sieging. And there should be no problems with this siege. Where is Walder Frey, out of curiosity? This is Walder the Black. This isn't the original Wardle. No, this is the original Walder Frey. Yes. No? This is a different Walder. Yeah, because he doesn't have that many children. I'm trying to find the original Walder Frey. Would it be this? That's Walton. It's not Walder. Ah, it would be one up there. There, Walder the Late Lord. There we go. That was the original one. This is just another Walder Frey. We just generally dislike all Freys. He's leading troops at the Dreadfort. Really? He's leading things in our army up here in the Dreadfort. Interesting. For the Baratheon's army? Interesting. Cool. Request council support. Vote with me. Decline. My wife doesn't seem very content at the moment. She wants more clothes, better shoes, and fine dresses. My dear, I can't refuse you anything. If you want clothes, make them yourself. No, no. My dear. Val, I can't refuse you anything. Did she become lustful? Nope. Okay. The cook and I did not really plan to humiliate Marissa. We only wanted her to realize how her paranoia made everyone's life more difficult than it should be. At least she calmed down a bit. Okay. Cool. Lots of people being released from dungeons. I'm just going to try and keep this video going, by the way, in case you're wondering, until we finish the war. So, that's the objective here. Oh, child lacks an education focus. Daisy. Oh, because you've reached 12, you needed a new focus. Oh, this is the actual mod focus, I think. Like how it used to ask you in the mod, how do you want to educate them? Now it gives you this focus at 12, I think. Diplomatic, I think is right. Unless this is actually still more of the Conclave stuff that I'm not sure of. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I just want to go for diplomatic. That seems fine. It's all fine. I don't want to support you, Miles. Sorry. No offense to your religion. Lord Paramount Robert of the Vales declared the Valeman Strong Song de jure war over Strong Song. Yeah, should probably be underneath you. Your septum reports from Winterfell that his charity work on your behalf is proceeding well. The poor being fed and your past standing has improved. Well, your priest. Not septum. Same thing. Well, for the position. My lord, his grace, King Andor, has taken his last breath. May he repose in peace. Now his heir, King Parquello Ormoleon, will take the throne and will rule the Seven Kingdoms henceforth. Which is interesting, because Parquello is married to Lady Paramount Shireen of Astapor and Yunkai. She's now Queen of the Iron Throne. Long live the king. And their heir, Ternizio Ormelion, is heir to both. Long live the king. All hail his grace, Parquello of House Ormelion, King of the Andals, the Reigner of the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, Protector of the Realm. Long live the king. I'm not going to support your council thing, Roseberry. Or Roseby. So, that's interesting. We have a new king. I'm not accepting your council thing. Iron King Euron of the Iron Isles died of gonorrhea. He's been succeeded by Siegfried of the Iron Isles. Lord Jon II has been leal and able servant, having successfully completed many tasks in aid of the North. Be seen as right and honourable course to reward him with certain incomes and grants as to foster greater loyalty. Yeah, definitely. I can see that happening. Sansa Stark has contracted the Bloody Flux. Ah, well, that's not going to be good for her. I don't imagine she'll be around much longer. Defenders are almost gone here. It's quite a slow siege, but it is the twins. It's quite well defended. Lord Joshua of Highgarden has declared the second war of tyranny against the tyranny of Lady Paramount Alla the Unfaithful. He does not. He has about half our men. It's not really enough unless he gets some more support. Oh, we lost about 1,000 of our men in that event. That wasn't good. But we have taken the siege. Oh wow. That's a lot of Freys we just imprisoned. Yeah, surely one of them was a high value target. Right, we're going to we're going to win this battle. Oh, actually we got 100% anyway. Oh, we don't need to battle. We'll enforce demands. So, we have won the war. We've imprisoned the Frey. It said that she would come underneath us, but she quite clearly did not come underneath us. So that's interesting. We're going to head up to the north. Oh no, there she is. Now she's underneath us. Cool. She should de jure be underneath the High Lordship of Winterfell, which makes sense because she is. Get our men back to our actual land. We'll disband them. And I think that this is a good point to end the episode. Thank you for watching. Next time we'll deal with all the prisoners we have in our prisons. We have 39 Freys. This might need its own episode. It's just going to be purely the they're working out what to do with the phrase. I'm probably just going to release them all, to be honest. Well, of all other than the leader. But we'll probably execute him or something. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Goodbye.